Bookish Phase and Fantasy Phase. I'm Peyton. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be about my trip to Georgia and the Love Y'all Romance Book Festival, along with a drive that I took to this new romance book store in Georgia called Kiss and Tell. Everything that I got from both locations and my experience and what I did there and who I met and yeah, all that. But first, I'm going to ask my significant other to come on down so he can assist me because he likes to sit around when I'm doing these things, but I need his help. So, woohoo! First things first, I have to take a drink because, you know. Hopefully, you guys can see the background. This thing for Valentine's month, and he's trying to get the dogs in the video. You can ignore him. However, so first off, I'm going to show you the non-book stuff that I got. So, when you go into the Love Y'all Book Festival, the first thing you do is you register, and you get these like newspapers that I'm gonna just scoot up here so you guys can see that list all the authors that are gonna be there and all their signed books that are available. And then when you open it, it shows you like whether or not they're gonna be doing signings and what time and when the panels are gonna be and what the panels are. I, for instance, went to the Romance Roundtable, and it was pretty fun. I got to meet some amazing authors, and I got a lot of signatures. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today, are my signed books, my non-signed books, some signatures I got in this autograph booklet that they gave us. Of course, you had to pay for it, but still. And then some art that I got. And then, of course, when you get to the next page, it tells you how the layout was and where to get your books at. And it was overall really enjoyable. I had a great time. I put a video on before this one where I kind of took you through the event itself. And I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I didn't really get to talk much in that video, so this video is going to basically be a breakdown of everything. Are you going to upset the dogs while I'm doing the video?
I'm not doing anything. They're doing it themselves.
Okay. If you guys can't tell, he is down here playing with the dogs, and he's going to help by passing me all these books. And if you saw my messy dresser, ignore it. I need to clean, and I haven't yet. Because I have been recovering from being sick. Alright, first things first is at the convention, I got me a burnt out burrito from a vendor that was giving out not only these little plushie pillows, but was also giving out, well, she wasn't giving out, she was selling art. And some of these arts were these. I got the bride and mate art that she was giving out, and I absolutely love these. I plan to put them in frames. If you guys haven't read these two books, I recommend it. They're from Allie Hazelwood, and I love Allie Hazelwood books. Next up, I have some really big art I got from a vendor who was strictly doing art. And one of these is through glass. You can see. I'm trying not to let the
Ring light.
wing light ruin it, but we have the main two characters of the story, and it's beautiful. Um, I have her card somewhere in the bag still, and I will gladly locate that and tell you guys down below in the descriptions, or like I'll tag her if you're interested. For sure. And then another one I got from her, well, another few, I got Nesta. And then I had to open this one because she put multiple in the same bag. So I plan to put her back in there, but yeah, we got Nesta. She's beautiful. I love how she did her. And then we got some beautiful hand paintings. They're supposed to resemble your zodiac, so I got Aquarius for my significant other, and I got Gemini for me. And I plan to again frame these and put them in my future library, because we do plan on moving within like 2 years or so. So I'm gonna keep them in the clear baggies or in the frames for now. And then we have, so the next few pieces of art I actually got from the authors who had little pieces of art or bookmarks or little like freebies at their table. And this one is one of my favorites. This one is from Sav R. Miller. That is beautiful. This one is from Promises and Pomegranates. She was giving out these little art pieces at her signing, and meeting her was fantastic. I had a fangirl moment, I'm not gonna lie. My husband had to hold my stuff as I had a silent meltdown before I actually got to go up, shake her hand, take a picture, have her sign my things. So yeah, that one again, no show, was beautiful. And then the last few pieces. Uh, so we have uh, a little insert for your book art for Huntsman, and I got to meet Naomi uh, uh, Simone in person. She's very sweet, very talkative, and she had lots of fan art with her. And she even gave me a free copy of her sports romance, which was a hockey romance called Played. And she signed it and everything, and it was wonderful. I would definitely want to meet her again in the future. Just, yeah, we are cute. Note, most of this art that I'm showing you is okay and not okay for work. So, and then we have another piece of art from a vendor. Uh, no, for Chip Pond's Winging It With You. I currently do not own the book. I read it on my Kindle, and I plan to get the book in the future. The little trophy. This one I got from the book itself. It was inserted into the book because the author was sick and did not come to the event. And this was for her new book called The Princess Knight by Kate Jacobs. If you can see, it's really pretty. I plan to find that one too because I actually got her book and it came signed and all that. So yeah, that is the main portion of the art I plan to frame and put up in my future library. I did get some more art, but they're not safe for work, so I'm not going to show them in this video just in case others are around. And then during the panel I went to, the authors gave out free samples of their future books. that we have here. So we have Old Flames by Nadine uh, Donzilla. I can't even say her last name, but she's a sweet author. I met
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. Thank you. Uh, I got to meet her both at her signing and at her panel, uh, and I adored her. Uh, and she let me know that this book, along with her future books, will be darker than the one that she just gave out at the event. So I'm looking forward to them. And then we have Miss Briar Bowman new book sample right here, The Wings That Bind. I actually got the other two books while I was there, both signed by her, and I'm very excited to actually get to read the series. Well, I think it was a trilogy, she said. Anyway, I'm very excited. And now we're going to move on to the signings that I got, and then the books. So we have the signature booklet that they gave us at the beginning that you could pay for, and of course I did because I wanted signatures galore. So it went alphabetical. However, they kept on having to move authors to different tables for certain reasons, and so you would start off on alphabetical, and then switch around and have to catch everyone that you could. So like we got some signatures in there. We got some signatures here. Oh my god, we got some signatures right here. Like it was a big O. If you could find them, you got the signature. Because how they did it was they would put their signature by the book that they sponsored for the event. So, and they could give you little notes or like sign it directly to the person. Like right here, she put my name, and then she signed below. And then we had other authors put like little notes to the person and then their signature. I thought was really sweet. Um, but yeah, I got a ton of them done. My method for this was I would go in with one person in mind more, and then as soon as their line got done, and I would notice other lines getting smaller, I would hop to the next person, hop to the next person, hop to the next person. As soon as their lines got shorter, or if I noticed that there was an author with no line, I would run over there and then run back in line and to get as many signatures and as many pictures as I could. I'll try to add in the photos at the very end so you can see who all I met. Because they were sweet. All of them were sweet. I only had one incident at the event, and it was with an assistant, not with the author herself. Um, and the whole thing was that on the second day, because it got really chaotic, um, they had to start giving out tickets so that an author didn't have to be stuck there for like 2 hours. The line could stop at a certain time. And so I didn't know that at the time. When I went in, uh, I came in after they made the announcement, I guess. And so I had jumped into a line that I didn't know was ticketed. And when I got to her, instead of just allowing me to get my stuff signed and get out of line, like you would any day, anyone, any day, when the assistant asked for my ticket, I looked at her kind of confused. I was like, I was supposed to get a ticket? Um, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I was already in here getting other signatures. Can she sign my stuff anyway? and then I will skedaddle. I'm not going to take long. And she basically told me to leave, but in a very rude way. So I didn't get my signature from that author. Uh, but other than that, the event was fun. I got tons of books, met a lot of fun people, um, got to meet my authors, and I also got to experience other things while I was there. Because I was in Georgia, me and my husband went to the Coca-Cola factory. We went to try new restaurants that we've never been to.
Mellow mushroom.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna think I'm stupid. Yeah, it's okay. I'm pretty stupid sometimes. I had thought Mellow Mushroom was a place strictly to sell mushroom-based meals, and I am very non-mushroom person. When I can, I'll tell people that I'm allergic. I just can't do mushrooms. So I refuse to go. Every time someone says, "Hey, let's go to Mellow Mushroom," I strictly say no. Not realizing that it was a pizza place. Just very uh, named weird, I guess. It was going on. Smoking those mushrooms, eating those mushrooms. Anyway, so I wanted to go to a bookstore that was sponsored by the event. Well, went to the event and got sponsored there. Called Kiss and Tell. It is a romance bookstore strictly, and I have been going recently to multiple romance bookstores. Like here where I live, I went to Sweeter Than Fiction. Then I got to go to Alaska, where my brother currently lives, is about to move, but currently lives, and got to go to a romance bookstore there. I forget the name of it, but it was really sweet. It's in Anchorage. If you guys look it up and you can see what the name is, comment down below because I forget it. And then, of course, I had to get to the one in Georgia. And apparently, it's located above a mellow mushroom. And so I decided, why not? I got to buy books. We've had a good weekend. I'll try something new with you. So we went down and finding that it was actually a pizza place and it had really good pizza, and I'm not really a pizza fan. I agreed that we need to start going there more often. And luckily for us, there's one down the road from us. So I'll make sure that we get to go more often. With that out of the way, I'm going to show you all the books that I got, and I will tell you about the new locations that I plan to visit and take you with me. Soon, and I say soon, in a few weeks, even a month or so, I plan to spend a weekend traveling South Carolina for strictly romance bookstores, and I'll be taking you along with me. I'll be taking you inside, showing you all the books I buy. I'll be chatting you guys up about what kind of books you like to read and all that jazz. Alright, first stack, please. Alright, so I do have stacks because I bought a lot. So the first stack we have is right here. I'm going to be showing them up one by one. And because most of these I've never read before, I won't be able to tell you in detail what they're about. But I will put them up so you guys can pause it and maybe take a picture or look them up yourselves. And so this one is a fantasy, a romantasy. So it's by Jen L. Gray. This one is by Kate Jacobs. This is the Princess Knight that I mentioned before. And I'm looking forward to this one. It is also a romantasy. This one I actually got because I saw it in a book talk video, and I got to listen to a little bit of the audiobook from the video and thought it was perfect. It is Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. And So yeah. And then we move on to the more popular ones that have been, I guess, read more often now. But these two are signed, and I'm going to show you the signatures inside. So this one has been signed. This one is Jealous Rage by Sav R. Miller. Yes. And it's part of the Monsters Within. And I think she's making that a trilogy or series. This one is the very first one. It's called Endless Rage. Endless Anger by Sav R. Miller. And again, she signed it for me. So those are awesome. Next, please. And I didn't show you, but the Princess Knight also was signed. And then we have some more over here. Now, I can't remember if any of these ones are signed or not. I'll check for you guys. But we have a nice stack right here. I'm just gonna show you guys the stack. First one on here is the Bride in the Blade, and it is signed. So this is Bride in the Blade, and then she did sign it in the corner. And this is from Megan Bannon. Then, of course, because everyone's getting into the Psycho Shifter series, I had to tag along. And I have to say this comment. I got the first book when it wasn't popular yet, and the cover wasn't as fancy. So the second book is a fancy cover, so they don't match anymore. So tell me, should I go ahead and get rid of my first copy and then go get the first one in the fancy new cover so they all match? But this is Psycho Fae by Jasmine Mass, and I'm very excited to read the series. Now we have our funny names. My husband likes this one. It says The Cock Down the Block by Amy Award. And it sounds basically, the book is about basically what it sounds like. There is a guy who's a big cock, and he gets with the girl, basically. My husband's laughing at me, but, you know.
It's about a sports jock with the girl down the road.
However, but yeah, go ahead. Check that out. This one is actually one that I found in the bookstore. I've never found a book that actually is called Smut. And because I'm a smut whore, I thought it was perfect. So, this one is by Karina Holly, or Hill. I don't know how she says her name. And I'm just going to let you get real close and personal with that one. Okay. I'm looking forward to that one. Now, this book, I needed to get because I met the author at the convention. I didn't get to get any of her stuff signed because, unfortunately, I had a prior engagement to get to before I got to her. But I did go to her panel. So, Sandra
Bloomberg.
Chandra Bloomberg, thank you, Bloomberg. And her book, Love is an Open Book, sorry. I'm looking forward to this one because apparently it's about a book author trying new kinks or new tropes with her best friend. And it just seems really funny to me, and I am looking forward to it. Next up, we have Poisoned Ivy by Ava Rainey. I'm gonna let you guys check it out. I think it's a college one. Not sure, but probably it's a college romance based on the cover. Then we have Caught Up in You by Lauren Morel. Isn't that cover pretty? And then, of course, we couldn't get by without Books and Bewitchment by Isla Joel. Sorry if I butcher any of these names, you guys.
Isla Jewel.
He's gonna correct me, and I have a speech impairment, so that and I'm slow. I'm gonna move this table. Yeah, you guys, I finally got a side table, but now with him handing me things, I'm not even using it. Alright, can you hand me the next stack? Alright, this is the next stack. Look at that. Look at that. Nice, huh? So, we have Play Along by Liz Tomford. This is the fourth one in the series. Yes, the fourth one in the series. I had the first three, so I had to get the fourth one while I was there. This one is the free hockey romance from Naomi Simone that I had signed. And she even signed it with my name in it, so I'm very excited. Then we had some books that I have never heard of, but they had two different copies of it. They had an animated, like, artistic version, and this one is called The Trail Often Crossed by Amber Cordova, and it is part of the Baker Oak series. And these are actually signed, so as you can see here, these ones are actually signed. So I just think that they're just adorable. I love the covers.
Yeah, they had some of these books that the authors couldn't make it, but they did give out a ton of signed books that you could pick up.
Then I, of course, because I got the first book, I had to get the second book. So if I like that one, I could get the second. And it's called The Truth Never Spoken. Part of the Baker Oaks series, again by Amber Cordova. And again, she signed it. So then we have one. So when I entered the romance bookstore, I was looking for this series because I've heard a lot about it. I've seen it on Book Talk. I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen it on my Facebook. Seen it everywhere. And I had thought that this one was the first one because that's what the person at the cash register said. The cashier told me. And this is the only one that they had. So I got Hello Quarterback, but apparently it's not the first book. So I'm going to have to go in search of the rest of the series and wait to read this one. And I don't think this one is signed. Yeah, this one is not signed. But yeah, Hello Quarterback. It's part of the Hello series by Kelsey Hawes. Thank you. And then, of course, we have to continue the hockey romance with Rachel Reed, Tough Guy. I read the first two. So yes. And then this is a brand new one for me. I was watching I forget who on YouTube. I think it was I forget. Anyway, who was reading this at the time? Your Knife, My Heart, the first one of a duet by K.M. Moronova, and apparently it's actually part of a series. But the first one you don't have to read the duet, so that's what I did because I heard the first one was not really good. So that is my plan. Next one, of course, I had to continue this series. I had the first few books, so I had to get the fifth book. By Sav R. Miller, Souls in Sorrow, and I believe she did indeed sign this one as well. Yes. So And then, of course, I did an oops. I went to go get the first one, ended up getting the second one. This one is Evil is Forever by Trilina.
Trilina Pucci.
Thank you, Trilla Pucci. Because I have the first one on my Audible. I do not have the second one. Alright, next stack, my love. And this is the last stack, I believe. So.
It is.
And I got these ones. I have Saving Six. I'm finally again going to be reading the Boys of Tommen series by Chloe Walsh. This is book 3, and this one is the custom with their name sprayed. So apparently they're not giving out the regular book like with the Psycho Shifter series. A lot of them are coming out as special editions. And so it kind of messes me up when I have the original editions and then they stop selling those and give out the new special editions. But it's okay because the first 2 books I got were in the original editions, and now I can get the second batch and the special editions. I don't know who else has that problem. Comment down below. And then we have all of Briar Bolin books. This is the second one. I have the first one right here. This is part of the trilogy I was talking about earlier. This one is On Wings of Blood. And this one is The Bond That Burns. And it's a romantasy. Again, there's lots of romantasies in this, a lot of dark romance, and lots of sports romance in this, as you can tell by the theme. Oh, and they're both also signed. So you can see here, Briar was kind enough to sign these for me. And then we have book 3 of the Zodiac Academy series. Hopefully I got the right book 3, because you know how Zodiac Academy goes. There's like 3 different series in the big old bundle. But I've been trying to collect all of them before I start reading them, because my sister says I have to read them. So yeah, so here it is, all glossy, and yet again, special edition. My first 2 don't look like that. And then please don't mind this part, I need to take it off. But then I got a Scarlett St. Clair's Terror at the Gates, Terror at the Gates book, which is nice, with a sticker that can't come off. She also signed this one twice for me, because it was signed when I bought it, and then she signed it again with my name to paper. So that was very sweet of her. So I have double signed book. My plan for this year is to fill up my entire bookshelves, and then when I want to build a she shed or book shed, so I can actually start these videos off right, because right now I only have half of a wall and background for you guys. But I have been reading for years now, and I feel like I have not accomplished anything, when in reality I've read how many books?
484.
Thank you. And I did make him count, because
over 340 were dark romance.
I did have him count with me, because I have books on my Kindle, I have books on my Audible, I have books on my shelves, I have books everywhere. And that does not include the newspaper apps or the fan fiction apps, or anything like that I use.
No, those only were the physical books you have.
Oh, those were the only physical books I got.
Yeah, you have like another 200 or 300 between your Kindle and Audible on them.
Okay, so in reality I have like 600.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And to make my space an actual library, you have to have 1,000 books, which is crazy.
You're almost there.
Not even close.
Oh, you're about halfway there.
No.
Yeah. Cool.
But the fact is that he's willing to help me with this project. So
She uses my money to get her books. It keeps her happy.
I also use my own money. We share. Thank you. But I'm going to have him go get my booklet very quick. You all know my mighty notebook. To share with you the future romance bookstores and the ones I've been to.
Don't forget Romantasy event in Florida.
Oh, and to share with you a Romantasy um, ball and festival happening in Florida. We won't be able to go to it this year, but hopefully next year, because I didn't know what was happening and we missed the time of tickets. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys the upcoming events that I plan to take you with me. So, the ones closest to us that I think I can cover within a weekend and take you guys with me are the ones in our vicinity and a little bit up north and all that. So we have Bookworms and Vine, Under the Cover LLC, Love Spell Books. Then we have Trope Bookshop and Burning Pages Bookstore. This is all in South Carolina and North Carolina. We live in Charleston, South Carolina, which... Sorry, my dogs just heard a visitor come through the door, and their little barks let us know they're little aliens. Say hi.
Wireless doorbell.
Wireless doorbell, that's right. Anyway, so those are the ones that we want to tag you guys in on soon. We're going to spend a whole weekend just at those bookshops. And then hopefully in the future, we'll be able to take you along for the Florida and Georgia bookstores that we want to go on to. In Florida, there's the New Romantics, the Steamy Lit bookstore, and the Dragon's Den bookstore. In Georgia, there's All the Tropes, Shelf Love, and we would go back to Kiss and Tell, of course. Now, my husband doesn't read romance books with me, but however, he does read. So, he got this book while we were gone at a regular bookshop. He likes to read in books that make him intelligent or make him seem intelligent. Sorry.
What's so sad? She's so right.
And he likes to read books that help him with investing. So
we do split evenly how much we spend on our books, but just two very
different concepts of books.
Mine's about reality and money. Hers is about
romance.
Yes.
Again, sorry for the barking. Hopefully they're stopped soon. I think my brother came by to talk to my mom. But he has a bookshelf that he plans to reorganize and donate some of his books for. And then he plans to get more books based off his new taste of books. What?
I need to get rid of all my books.
Oh, okay.
Except for my school books.
And then we can actually explore reading together. Because he didn't start reading with me until maybe a few days ago. So this is a new concept to both of us.
I've been on and off reading for the past 3 years, but I've been reading more consistently the past few days.
Yes. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys. If you liked the video, comment down below, subscribe, hit that like button, all that jazz, and a goodbye from Piper, our little alarm bell. Oh, honey. And I hope to see you again in another video. Bye!